Good morning, welcome back. Today is Wednesday the 15th of October 25. For anybody who's watching this in the far distant future, which I doubt will be the case. But today's video I'm doing a shoe review, another one for you. And today I'm reviewing the Inov8 Mudtalon Speed version 2. I never got the version 1, mainly because I kind of fallen out of love with Inov8, if I'm totally honest with you. I haven't bought a pair of Inov8 shoes for quite a while now, but I cracked and bought myself a pair of the Mudtalon version 2s when I saw them. I bought them from Kong Running about 3 weeks ago now, for a number of reasons, which I'll get into as the day goes on. And I'll be totally honest with you, I've done 40 odd miles in these shoes and I'm not particularly enamored by them, if I'm totally honest. However, I'll get into that later. There is a glaring problem with them for me, which having spoken to other people, they don't have this problem, so it's just me. But again, we'll get into that later. And at the end of this video, if I don't like them anymore, then I'm going to stick them on eBay. So anyone who's watching this and fancies a pair of Inov8 Mudtalon version 2's precision fit, size 11, stick around and find out whether or not I'm going to sell them. Anywho, let's get on with the review. I'm just going to go through quickly going to go through the technical specifications of this shoe. And oh, hang on, jeez. Yeah, let's get started. So let's start with the outsole. We've got a really aggressive lug pattern, and the lugs themselves are shaped and designed to be quite an aggressive bite. They've got a slightly flat top, which makes them not too bad for running on flat surfaces. Say when you're transitioning about from fell side to track side to road side. Lug depth is 8mm, so it's a really nice deep aggressive lug. They've got the Inov8 fancy material, rubber, whatever the hell it's called, I don't know, but it's one continuous piece of rubber. There's no cutaways or anything like that. The midsole, I think it was what they called it, the power flow midsole. God knows what they've put in it, but it's got some good return to it. It's quite it's springy, but it's not too springy. You do really notice it when you're going over the hard rocky stuff, that it gives you a good bit of protection on your feet. At the heel it's 11mm and at the forefoot it's 7mm, so these shoes have got a 4mm drop. Nice low profile, which is perfect for a fell shoe. You don't want anything too thick. I don't like thick shoes, you know. So it does give you a good amount of ground feel. Then the upper, more fancy material. I don't know what it's called, but it's quite transparent. You can see your socks through it, which is quite interesting. And the lacing system, they've got inlays and all sorts of, I don't know, they've got bits and bobs. So basically when you lace up your shoes, it does cinch the shoe in quite nicely, so you do get a good secure fit. And the tongue is stitched in as well, so it's got a gusseted tongue. I say gusseted tongue, I don't even know what that means. Gusseted, what does that even mean? Anyway, the tongue's stitched in, it's quite nice. The laces, what I have noticed, so long story short, I went into Kong because I saw they had the version 1s on sale, so I thought, I'll get those for 80 quid. Found their 10.5 was too small, went back to getting the 11, but they didn't have the 11. They only had the 11 in the new version 2, so I ended up buying the version 2. That's why I've got a pair of Inov8 Mudtalons, not because I particularly wanted some Inov8s as such, but because I got bamboozled into buying them, if I'm totally honest. I'm not being sponsored by Inov8, obviously, because I'm just about to slag their shoes off, so and even if they had, they'd probably not sponsor me anymore. I mean, I mean, I don't have to worry about Damien Hall coming around my house anymore and force feeding me vegan cheese, because he's not an Inov8 heavy. He's now Killian Jornet's normal heavy. So yeah, and I've just reviewed a pair of his shoes. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here, aren't I? Yeah. So yeah, nice fancy outlays, nice colours. They're red. Yeah. Toe box, obviously it's one of Inov8's things now, isn't it? Having a nice spacious toe box for people who want their feet to spread out, which ironically I'm not too arsed about. I mean, if I'm not in a pair of fell shoes, I'm either in a pair of Vivo barefoot, which I work in, spend 13 hour shifts in a pair of Vivo barefoot, or I'm wearing barefoot sandals, like wild sole barefoot sandals. So you'd think, oh, John, you would like nice wide shoes for fell running. Not particularly. I like a nice tight precision fit. I don't have particularly narrow feet, and I don't like my feet being constricted in normal shoes. But when it comes to fell shoes, I do like a precision fit. I just like the shoe to be locked onto my foot nicely. Which is why I always generally favour VJ Sports, because the IROC is a phenomenal fell shoe. It's a little bit shy on the midsole, if I'm totally honest, which is one of the reasons that the Inov8 Mudtalon attracted me, because I was looking for something with a bit more midsole in it. Yeah, so I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, that's the Inov8 Mudtalon Speed version 2. What else can I tell you about it? I don't know. It will come to me as we're going round on today's run, because today, let me tell you where we're going. We're going in search for some inversions. We've had some pretty gnarly inversions in the Lake District over the last couple of days. Instagram is spammed with inversion spam, basically. Loads of people putting stuff up about how great their inversion experiences are, me included. But today I think there might be more of the same, so that's what we're going to do. We're hunting for some inversions. Driving over to Buttermere, parking up in Gatescarth Farm car park, just outside of the farm on the main road at the base of Fleetwith Pike. And then from there, we're bombing it across the valley floor and up onto High Stile. Then we're bombing it down the other side. It's an up and over, down into Ennerdale, into the valley, which is absolutely stunning. And then we are going up to Pillar. We're going up Pillar's north face via the Shamrock Traverse. That's a gnarly route. It's quite good fun. I've not done it in quite a while, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we're bombing it off the top of Pillar, heading back up to the head of the valley, past Kirkfell. Probably won't go over Kirkfell, and we'll probably skirt around Great Gable as well, up into the Windy Gap, and then from there up onto Green Gable, and then from Green Gable, probably, I'm not sure what I'm going to do then. I'll probably go up to Brandsdreth. I can't pronounce that. Either is it Grey Crag or Grey Friar? I think it's Grey Friar, isn't it? And then on to Fleetwith Pike, and then just going to do that nice gnarly descent off the edge of Fleetwith Pike back to the car, and that's basically the route. 13 to 14 miles with about 7,000 feet if I go that way. Yeah, and that's it really. That's today's run and review. So we're just going to head over Honister Pass now, and not much further to go, about another 10-15 minutes, and I will speak to you in a bit.
So one of the first thing that really stands out with these shoes is how phenomenal the grip is. The lugs really do bite in to the ground. You really do get a sense of, well, sticking to the ground. And I'm just powering up here. I'm mostly on the balls of my feet. Yeah, so they're great in that regard. They really do live up to the reputation of having good grip. Oh my God, I've got to stop puffing and puffing. Oh, let me just give you a view of Fleetwith and Buttermere. So we're heading up there. We're not far from the summit now. Be another 10-15 minutes. And then it's over to Red Pike and then bomb it down the side, back into, well, down into Ennerdale Valley and then back up again. So yeah. So that's the first thing I covered. Grip is phenomenal. Can't deny it. We'll crack on and I'll think of something else to say. Cool. Let's get going. Lots of clag. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping the inversions would be, well, I was hoping the top of the cloud would be lower than this. Let me show you that gorgeous view. Oh my gosh, look at that. So we're heading into the clag that way to the next summit up here. I'm sing bagging today, so I'll be going to a few little random summits. The next one is just over there. Using my watch to make sure I'm dialed in on them. Ticking them all off on hillbagging.com. Yeah, I do like sing bagging expeditions. I will do another video on sing bagging. It's great. If you want to get out into corners of the fells that you've never been before, and you want to go up to some random little summits that you wouldn't even dreamt of going to, you want to start bagging sing summits. Anywho, rather than bang on, let's get on with this run. We're going over there somewhere into the clag. So as I mentioned just earlier, one of the main reasons why I bought these shoes is because I wanted a little more in the midsole. And that's this is the sort of thing where that really shows. Is like these rocky kind of descents. Having a bit of extra midsole makes a massive difference. I mean, of course, if the shoes are thinner, you do get used to it. But it is nice just to have that little extra cushioning as you're coming down this sort of thing. Trying to film and do this at the same time. Back on the grass. I always prefer the grass. Next stop, or next summit, Pillar, via Shamrock Traverse. We're heading that way into the clag. So I'm just going to mention the descent off Red Pike there. These shoes really do come into their own with, I think I said it was the Power Flow midsole. Yeah, you really comfortable, fast descent. There's plenty of cushioning enough in these shoes to really, yeah, be comfortable coming off there. Super fast, really nice grip. The outsole's incredible for those sort of descents. I cannot fault these shoes for that at all. Maybe on the top of my foot, on my bridge of the foot, is that the right term? Laces were digging in, so I had to stop to loosen them off a bit because I did have them cinched right down. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I bought these shoes. I was looking for some more midsole. And yeah, these shoes are definitely delivered. Now, before you bang on, before any of you mention the fact that VJ actually do an IROC Plus, so it's basically the IROC with more midsole in it. I bought those shoes, I didn't get on with them, didn't like them. I wasn't too keen on the outsole. I didn't think it was very good. It's too similar to the Extremes, and I don't think it's very good for muddy stuff. Bang up there, everyone says they're great for rock. But yeah, anyway, so these shoes on the other hand, the outsole is phenomenally good. Yeah, it's really good, so I can't fault it for that. And coming down off Red Pike was an absolute joy. So, like I said up there, next summit is Pillar, which is up through the trees there. And that's where we're going up there. So we're just going to cross over a bridge, about another third of a mile up here. And then boom, straight up the side there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Totally overshot this path. Was not expecting it to be like this. But then, this is a forestry block. Oh my word. Proper bog fest. Yeah, totally overshot it. I think we're definitely on it though. So that looming out there, that's Pillar Rock, the top of which is in the clag. And of course I'm definitely not going up there today because, as I mentioned before, obviously it's a bit of a climb, but these shoes are not very good on wet slimy rock. I mean, not most shoes aren't, but these just don't have the same, I don't have the same confidence in these as I do in other shoes. So yeah, they are a bit slippy over wet rock. Obviously it depends on what rock it is, and you know, most shoes, yeah, no shoe gives you 100% confidence, as I've mentioned before, but these do slip a bit. So it's probably because obviously the lugs have a flat top, and I don't know what sort of rubber they are. Hydrophonic, is that even a word? I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. So we're heading up there. You can just see a bit of a col up there, so we head up onto that, over that lip there, come back on ourselves and do the Shamrock Traverse, which goes up behind Pillar Rock, which is there. Let's get on with it. He says. Apparently back in the day, this way was the preferred route up onto Pillar, behind Pillar Rock itself. Back in the day when people were wearing tweed and using hemp ropes and walking in leather boots with hobnails. Yeah, it is a very dramatic way of getting up onto Pillar itself. It's one of the less used routes, I would say, for sure. Oh. Right, let's get going. So this is one of the problems I have with these shoes, is as I'm coming up a steep slope like I am here, and I'm just on the front of my feet, and towing my way up the side, my heel is trying to come out the heel cup, and it's tugging, and because the heel is not so nicely shaped, it's really, I don't know, it's really uncomfortable. I mean, I'm not getting blisters as such, but I can just feel it tugging on my Achilles a tiny bit. So yeah, this is what I was talking about when I just don't get on with, I don't get on with the fit. It's just not a good, it's just something wrong with it, you know? And I don't know if that's just because, you know, the build quality of these shoes, it's just not that great, you know. Could be a lot better, could be on par with a lot of their competitors. But then, like I said back in the car, that's to, you know, I can't even speak. That's subjective to me. There's probably many of you watching this who have a pair of these shoes and you're like, no, I don't have that problem, John. Just you, mate. But yeah, so the fit is not as comfortable as other shoes that I wear on the fells. However, as shoes go at the moment, it's not too bad. They are a precision fit, yeah, if I had the wide fit, they'd just be wet pasties, just flopping about on my feet, and I'd have actually nothing good to say about them. Yeah, and if you've got hobbit feet, then yeah, wide fit will probably suit you quite nicely. I think they should do the speed in a wide fit. They'd be fools not to, because I know many of you like a wide fitting shoe. Many of you have hobbit feet. Yeah. So, let me just stop a sec. Yeah, so as I was saying back down in the valley floor, descending with these shoes is really good. So much fun. The midsole is great, provides you with quite a nice bit of protection. So when you're transitioning off the fell side onto hard track, it's great. But when you're just freestyling it across the fells, they are good, but they're just not as precision a fit as they make out to be. But then that's me personally. I know this video is probably sounding just basically me just shitting on these shoes, but at the end of the day, this is a review. It's personal opinion. You may like them. You can't even speak. You might like them. And yeah, anywho. Right, let's get on with this climb. Heading into the Clag now, so see how we get on. Look at that, clag. So for any of you who actually might be thinking of heading up here and using the Shamrock Traverse to get up onto Pillar, you can plot it into OS maps, and it will come up on the map. It's on the map itself if you're using your computer to plot the map, which is what I did today. But I've been up here before. The traverse is characterised by this terrace here. So you're just going to head up onto the terrace. It goes behind Pillar Rock, and then you double back up onto the ridge, and then onto the summit. And that's pretty much it. However, that's probably not going to help you much because it's all clagged in. You can't see bog all. But yeah, right. Yeah, that's it really. That's all I had to say. Let's get on with it. It's I think the last time I was up here was during the winter. It's been a while. But I come along the high level route basically from Kirkfell. Yep. Yeah. Do I scramble it? No, I don't think I will. No. I'll wait until the clag's gone. So that there is probably going to be one of my last Sing summits to bag, because it's a bit of a gnarly scramble. Most people do it with ropes. Oh, it's a shame you can't really see what's going on around here, because it's pretty epic. But down in there, that's where we just come up from, but you can't see it. So you never know, maybe if we get up on the summit, we might break through this. How cool would that be? However, I'm not going to hold my breath. Right, last little push up onto the summit, and then we're going to crack on. Cool. Oh, that's a shame. Cloud base is only summit's just up there. Oh, shame that. Oh, well, here's the trig point. Oh. You alright?
Hiya.
Alright. So 4 hours, 5,000 feet. Next stop is, well, next summit will be Green Gable. Gonna miss out Kirkfell and Great Gable. Just gonna bomb it off the top here now. It's quite good fun, this descent, I've got to admit. I think the last time I might have done it was, I don't know, one of the fell races, can't remember which. At least I think I did. Anyway, I know I'm meant to be reviewing these shoes, but I'll get back to talking about these later. I'm just enjoying this run at the moment, so yeah, we'll crack on. And there's not much to say really, or to see, because of course everything's clagged in, so right, let's get on with it. So we're coming up to Fleetwith Pike summit, I think. Should be just over here. There it is, it's just up there. There we go. Look at that. Oh my word. Let me just show you the clag. Yeah. So we're parked down the bottom there, Gatescarth Farms, just off the nose here. But yeah, that's pretty much the run done for today. And the shoe review finishes here. Yeah, I'm just going to bomb it off the top of Fleetwith Pike now and just enjoy the final descent. I'll wrap this video up here. But yeah, the shoes, I'm going to keep them, like I just said. They have redeemed themselves. That issue that I had with the heel, it hasn't really been a major problem today. Yeah, I mean, when I first got the shoes, maybe they just need a little bit of breaking in. By the time we get back down to the car, I probably would have done about 55 miles in these shoes. So yeah, yeah, just maybe they needed a bit of breaking in. They do have a, yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I've really enjoyed the midsole of them. Like I said before, when we were down in the Ennerdale, I know I've been banging on about VJ Sports and iRocks and stuff like that, and I know that there is an iRock Plus, but the midsole on that is nowhere near as springy as this one is, and this feels much better, you know. It's not too thick. There is a nice amount of ground feel. Obviously, I mean, when it comes to just bazzing it through full-on fell, I would choose iRocks any day of the week. But these are great because we've been transitioning from fell side onto rocky stuff, onto trails, hard packed descents, soft muddy descents. These shoes have covered it all, you know, really have done. I stand by what I said about the fit just being off. It's just not 100%, but still, you know, you get used to it, you know, and that's it really. I'm keeping the shoes and I'm going to continue to use them. So yeah, right, that's us done now. Time to enjoy this descent of Fleetwith Pike. We've done about, probably coming up to 15 miles. By the time we get back to the car, and about just under 7,000 feet. So a really long day today. By the time we get back as well, it's going to be about just over 7 hours. So yeah, shame about the fact that there were no inversions, but it is what it is. Cool. All right. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Yeah, until the next video. Cheers.